Ja, weet ik. Ja. 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 Marianne is ook toe te geven.
Ja.
Uit China ook. Uit een oude kerk. Mercedes. Ik vind het heel mooi. Ik heb uitgekijkt geweest. Ja, omdat niet zo de woorden.
Breaky.
Nee, dat is heel leuk.
Did you all have a good lunch?
Yay!
Thanks, Nico. Yeah. I heard there's something left for tomorrow too, so that's good. Yeah, nice. Did you also enjoy the first session? There's a few more things that Sensei was doing. I will go into that, and then we start with the first technique, building it up slowly. And with the weather, I think that's also good to build it up slowly. Yeah. Was it easy to follow the morning? Easy to do? Yeah. Did someone feel like brain overload already? Did it already also in the break sink a little bit, that feeling? So I can add some more now. It's a bit, because if I do it, it's more my body is doing it. But I can imagine that you first are thinking about it if you're not so used to it. So it's good to take your time for that, but not too much. Let your body listen and let your body try it out. So otherwise your brain is just so active. Because we are going into some things with Inyo, some movement from the legs and the inside line to the other leg. And yeah, don't think about it too much. Just let your body do it. Yeah, first we go to and then sit for a moment. So you start with this exercise, Tony. We did it already, like this movement. So if you stand here, I stand behind him, like half of my body is behind him and half is not. I push here to this side, so you know my tanden ball will move to that side. Right? So this is the way I move. So as my hand goes there, I go into this side. I tilt my hip, go to the inside line to my heel, make this movement. The wrong way would be, I'm standing here and I move to this side. So everything starts to lean here. It's really difficult to move. But if I move to the other side, it's a different feeling now. Right? What do you feel? What's the difference when I go here or I go here?
When you're pushing with all your body, then I'm getting stronger. I have the feeling I'm grabbing the ground and I can just stay, no problem. But the other one, you just, there is nothing to resist against. There is no, the other wall that I can push against. I've been pushed, but there is emptiness that's pushing me. I don't know.
Yeah, just to get some more feeling with words. Okay, please choose your partner and do this exercise. I can I'll show
I was thinking about timing with the
Ja, ik kan natuurlijk doos kan ik ook hier.
Ja, dat is ook just ja.
That one felt the best one. Dat is ding, maar zo'n flow.
Okay. Because these are opposite forces, so they just start in the middle and they build up. But the connection is already there, it's just building up from the inside. It's not depending on you. It's you and then
Try again. Totally. I think that was good. I think so. Yeah.
Camera, hè?
Oh, okay. Yeah, this was. Yeah, it was one movement and one. I did it at the same time, everything. The other one is more like pushing the wrong way first.
Ja, je hebt geen goed contact.
That's more predictable. Yeah, that's one thing. Yeah, well, yeah. Maybe. So that's why, yeah, no, I think that's why. Yeah, the ways. Yeah, I think we'll just keep thinking it through a bit more. Yeah, finish it off and get back. Sure. So just say it.
Dan nemen we allemaal zo leunen. Je bent iets meer relaxed en dan eigenlijk binnen.
Yeah.
Je maakt het zachter. Zet dat je anders beter mag. Dat lijkt me. Ik leg gewoon mijn hand tegen.
Je vindt het zo. Hou je hetzelfde knop op je hand.
Yeah, much better.
Ga die bal maar in plaats halen. Ja.
Finish it off with a push. And then, yeah, that's what I mean.
Welke been moet er achter?
Hele pressure. Yeah.
And even if you don't move,
Been maar staan. Nee, maar als jij opstaat.
Je gaat gewoon zelf hoe je nadenken.
I like attention. My own mind, walk around.
Maar toch doet dit. Maar ik doe dit, dit doen.
Okay.
Paradox.
Was it clear for everybody? Could you practice it in some way? If you have a question, I will gladly explain. Show you and ask you to come here, so no questions. No, please do. So this is very important to have the right feeling. I did with a few people. You feel the difference, right? Get it in your system. Whatever you do, throw, kaitenaga, go to this side. Same for me. I can now easily explain and sound confident and blah blah blah. You think, wow, you're really good. I have to practice a lot, so let's at least know how to do it when we're passive like this in simple exercises, so we can develop it also in our movement. Another thing is when you stand on this line, when the tandembo goes here, the big bone in this leg is straight to the ground. Also perpendicular, so not like this. You will understand, of course, then the weight is no longer here, it transferred to this side of the foot. So I'm here, straight. So for example, sayakata, like we were doing, boom, my leg is straight. I'm not really thinking about being straight, but I'm thinking about this tanden here, the inside line, so my leg stays like that. Yeah. So for example, Mark, if you want to, he likes to be in front of people, so there's no problem, right? Well, like, you're used to it, yeah. So if you do sayakata, you go to one side and you go to the end position. Yes. Now, of course, you still feel the arch, right? It's going. And here, on the inside of the leg, it goes down here until the heel. Yeah. This is about straight now on the leg. So I like to test it by pulling this side. You can see if it's really stable, right? And it was almost on the inside line, but it was a little bit over. You felt it, right? So look, this is good. Now you do it again. And really sink here, sink in this line on the inside. Yes, tandembo goes to this side, and it sinks here in the floor. It's no pressure or anything. It's just the right posture. If I'm here, it's already a bit better, but still, you feel it? So if you try with me, so if I go to the side here, and if you pull from this inside, you pull there to test it. So I'm in this inside, I'm in sinking with my tandembo here, with my heel in, and you really pull that direction. More and more, just everything you have. More. Just hang on it and do everything. Okay, it's nothing. But if I'm a little bit over, try it again. And really full force and pull. I cannot hold it because I'm a little bit over the line. I can feel it for myself. Right? So I'm here in the line. It doesn't matter what he's doing. I'm just in this perpendicular state. And you're even here, but I usually use the knee. So it's it's a good thing. So.
Isn't your tandem on the other side?
Yeah, in a way, but it's really difficult. You're smart, and it's really what it's about. When you drop here, you go to this side. But I'm not sure if I'm going into this weekend. Maybe, but if you're ready for it, because it's difficult to practice. But you're right. Sometimes the beginner is just the best. That's true. But for now, just drop down here and feel this posture. And try with my knee. On the inside of my knee. I'm standing here. I'm dropping down. I pull more. Everything you have. I'm just here in this posture, and I'm just relaxed. You feel it? But if I'm a little bit over it, just a little bit. It's just there is no. It's about right, or it's just right, or it's not right. It's just so clear. So if you do it again. Use the arch on the inside. Yes, exactly. On the inside. So sink here in the heel. Yes, is now that we feel it.
Oh, yeah.
More sink into it. I cannot move it. If you go like not even a millimeter, maybe a micrometer or something, you see? And you lose it.
Yeah, I'm taking that.
Yeah. But this, I try to find out how can we really test it, and this is a really good way to get the feeling. You can also do it with a step and then test. You will know if it's right or not. So, yeah, please try.
Where you build it up. Maybe over
Mijn knie krijgt je ook weer bewegen. En dat gaat buiten. Maar
That's good. You look at that leg technically. Same here, turn it all the way. Do that way, yeah. I think that one's down and that one's down. The main one goes on the opposite side. Yeah. Hey, really?
Alles staat erop. Oké.
Als je hem hebt, dan
Je voelt het ook. Je zet hem even. Je zet hem.
So not only do you have to move back, everything goes down evenly as well. Because that's the pull.
Ik voel dat je goed zit, hè? Je gaat
Still got me that next one. Feel that. And you can feel
This for new job opportunities, because you can rent yourself as a bridge.
Yeah, and then it's kind of put down more damage. Exactly both.
Pressure goes through the square. toes have come out. If you do that, you need to make it that line.
Niet goed. Ja.
The way that strong with all of that.
Ja, ik vind het niet normaal.
So you feel now more and more this line inside the perineum, this line. Get more and more familiar with it. Also when you move, hopefully. So another thing is very simple exercise he was doing with us. These tanden, you can also move them. First of all, about tanden, this is the heaven, connected to the heaven. The upper tanden, this gate tanden is to the earth. The energy comes in from heaven and earth and comes together in the heart, which is extending to the other one. That's how you always start. I think of it, we'll do it in exercise. Katadori, always this energy comes in from this tanden and this tanden come together and towards the center of the other one. But these tanden ball you can also move up and down. We had to throw our tanden balls all through the dojo in Japan, right? Again and again. So one of the exercises was you stand like this and you go down and you go up. And now the best thing would be that you do it yourself and then you find out you use your big muscles. I don't know, do you believe me or do you have to experience first? Experience. It's always good. Experience. Experience, okay, then stand up. Okay, and the movement is quite simple. You just go down, your hands are next to your head, and you go up. And do it quite fast. Let's do a few times. Okay. I don't know if you can feel it. Did anybody feel like you're using big muscles, like larger muscles? One person, so that's good. First I saw 2, great. 3, everybody. And you can see it like this, like this is bigger muscle. What you do is the inside line. You keep the inside line and you drop your tanden ball, boom, down. Get your tanden, gate tanden, perineum, boom, it drops down. And you get this natural feeling and then you throw them up. And if you use big muscles, it will be like this. Like these bigger muscles, big in your back, everything. You use inner muscle, small muscle. So you go down, you just drop all the tanden ball down. And you really push them all up. That's it. So you feel nothing. Basically you feel nothing in your body. Yes, you can.
Squats. Squats.
Okay, yeah, that's nice. And it's warm. I feel it also for me. I feel it's warm, so it really feel comfortable. But I see this, for example, like go down and then up. So you're not throwing up your tanden balls. Down, up, throw them up. Right, so when you do a technique, for example, we do this one, you go hit, down, up. Same feeling. Right? If I don't do that, it doesn't work. It's just the same feeling. In everything you do, like showman, he comes with showman. If I do this, or I do this, I'm throwing up my tanden ball and I'm throwing them down. So this first exercise, for example, this one, Let's really throw up your tandem ball, your head to your tandem ball. So that feeling. So you can practice it now in a very simple way. Down, up. So if you do down, up, it's a different way of moving. Yeah, so if you try it again. Feel your inside line, feel your big toe line. Yeah, yeah. Stay on the floor. Okay. Most people like okay. He was doing the same thing with running. I think we did in Italy too, right? He was explaining about running. It was Carl Lewis in Japan, but then it changed to Usain Bolt. Yeah. But it's okay. The Japanese stories are just great. It's evolving. It's like you stand against a start block as a sprinter, and then you push. Normally, you think you push with the back leg, and then you start to run. Standing here, and then you push with your back leg, and you start to run. But he says that's not so good. You're a little bit late. So if you're standing here, I throw my head up, I throw my tanden up, and then I start to move. So I don't feel any push from my back leg. I just feel this is going up, and I'm running. And so different feeling. Let's see how you do it with the weather, but have a few times this experience. So if you do it together, you stand like a sprinter against the starting blocks, and don't explode like if 1000% energy. Just relax, but push with your back leg, push against the block, and one more time. This is the wrong way. Okay, ready? Push against the block with your back leg. So now the next one is you throw up your head, you throw up your tandem balls. Right? That's the only feeling. So I'll show you one more time. Standing here, throw up everything. Don't throw up. Head and your tandem ball. So here we go. So the head goes up in a tandem ball. One more time. Head, tandem ball. Okay. I do this a lot at home also to just discover how does it work, what happens. But in this few times, do you notice a difference? Pushing up or extending? Do you notice?
I can use it. I'm a runner.
Oh yeah.
And I can use it in running.
And why is it useful?
I feel I want to go forward, and with a lot. There's a lot of energy. It's easy.
Yeah.
And I smile.
Yeah. That's very good. Yeah. Maybe if I do it more, I smile more. I'll try it. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. And Peter had a really good explanation in Italy. He just comes out of the box like, oh, I see this exercise for the first time, and he says this. He says, this weight is quite a lot. So if this is passive, it's just resting here, and I'm pushing off all this dead weight on the top. It's quite heavy to push it forward, right? It's slow. But if I do this up, all this weight from the upper body is just flying away in a direction. It's just in volleyball, you used to be like high-level volleyball player, like you always get to do like that. I think it's a very good explanation. So if you're here, we do it slow. You don't push hard, but if you're standing like this, your upper body is passive, it's just resting. And now you push up with your back leg, and this upper body is just pushed forward. is weight. So this is a feeling. And now the next one, the head goes up, the tendon balls move up, and see how light the upper body gets. Feel? It's very simple. So now in Aikido use this. So if you go up and down and this upper body is still like passively hanging like a garbage bag or something, like do this inner movement, down, up, down. And then you can use it inside there. Okay, so let's check with that one. It will all come together in that technique. So later I can say, oh, you do this and this, but use this movement, and now you know what you're doing. Last thing for uke. Art of ukemi is very important. When I hold you, and you do tenkan, I'm extending feet towards him. If he moves, he feels nothing. It's all the same weight here. You feel it never changes the pressure. I said it a lot before in our dojo, so we know it. You probably also heard it. What does Sensei always say? Oh, Sensei said it should be like a cloth. Then he gets his towel, he puts it on. So this is the weight that you feel. But not here only, always. So if you do tenkan, still same weight, like a cloth. Some people, I just felt it also, they crushing. It's not the towel laying on it, you're fighting against laws of nature, your impurity, kegere, and you fighting mind, so don't do it. It's like this, place here, you do tenkan. Now when you do tenkan, if you start, don't do this, you turn. See what I'm doing? I'm losing my structure. How often do you see a person flying behind the other one? Right? Never do that. Stay straight. Middle third, inside lines, everything I'm connected. Because I'm connected, I can send energy to you. If you do tenkan, I can send energy still to him. If he turns, I feel this, and I stay same. Right? And now when he comes here, this is the moment when people start to become really heavy towels. Right? Then he comes to me and all of a sudden it's really heavy here. And then if you look at a martial way, and he resists, is this smart to resist here? Right? Anything I can do, so protect yourself. I'm here, he feels my ki coming, he has his intuition from the heart to me. And when he feels my ki, he stays the same and he just moves. Yeah. This is hard to practice in Aikido because even some explain, oh, we should resist, we should do da. Don't do it. Train yourself to be super sensitive. Never make this more heavy. Never. So if you do again, you know what I'm saying? I feel his ki. You see? Before he moves, he starts to move. I feel his ki moving. You see? It's almost invisible, but if he starts, now. You see? If I don't have that feeling, he starts, oh, now I have to go. You see what happens? He pulled on me, oh, now I have to go. I'm just fighting, but my ki is to him. So he comes, I feel his mind move. He goes down, I feel his mind move. Mind moves, oh, there he comes. I'm still connected. So this is the art of ukemi. Can you start it?
Zo, we hebben ik ga niet ronden. Nee? Ik blijf snel door. Ja, daar.
What an experience.
Yeah.
Helemaal weer af.
Oké.
Maar als ik nu niet zou zien, zou ik gelijk gaan.
Dan val je wel, ja. Juist als je er buiten zit.
Exactly.
Make us all go over.
Maar normaal zou ik dit doen.
Yeah, see, I need to get them straight up.
Ja. Dat is nog één ding, heb je.
Ook nog naar achter.
Alle alle kanten op, hè?
Ja.
Oh, die. Ja.
So then your mind is thinking and feeling.
Yeah, I was somewhere here.
Okay. Place with your partner, just a little bit less exhausting, but less movement is. I'm doing this, and I'm just moving in directions. Now I feel lots of pressure, so just keep the same pressure. I'm just moving in all kinds of directions. You just move your arm in all kinds of directions. It's all the same pressure, all the time, same pressure. Right? So if you can do anything like here, here, here. Now I feel changes in pressure. I feel pulling now here. Now I feel I'm pulling him, but now keep it the same. Your energy, you're in the right posture. You send the energy and keep it the same. It doesn't change in the hand. I think it's really something about awareness. Of now you start to move yourself. You felt it, and it's okay. But I know I can throw you if you're not balanced. You're attacking me. You're sending me energy. Don't go in your own story, because if you go there, I'm here, right? Yes. I can show you. So if you do, and if you want to go towards me or some with your other hand or whatever, I'm here. I'm connected. I'm feeling everything. I'm stay connected. If you do anything, I can do anything with it. Okay. So that's why I'm really connected to the other one, because he's the threat. I'm the threat when I attack, so that's why he really needs to be connected. But from now on, when he starts to move, I don't know what's happening, so I get to attack back maybe. But I'm connected, so I feel the energy, something is happening. You know what I mean? So that's why you're always connected. I didn't even watch him, but I felt some key, like, oh, let's go there. So, don't change this. It's also, I'm just very curious, so I really want to know what's going on here. And not know what I want to feel. Oh, how does you feel? Oh, so nice feeling. Yes, so please try these out.
Right.
De hele dag voor jou. Kijk, ik ga bewegen.
Dat gewoon op je plek blijven staan.
Ja, hij is een beetje slamerig. Laat het maar gewoon gaan.
Even kijken. Maar ik moet reageren. Nee, op mij. Dat jij.
En hij blijft gaan. Hij is goed.
Iets meer energie.
Ja, het is wel het is super leuk, maar dit is wel Aikido. Maar als jij komt met zomer, hier gewoon helemaal in. Hetzelfde gevoel. Voelen in maar in plaats van als je komt. Nee.
Ja, dat is dit al, dit al. Dat kan je al niet gebruiken. Zeg je?
Oh, ja.
Alleen maar je huid is al niet veilig. Zo'n doek.
Ja, ja.
Ja, ja, ja.
Yeah, what's happening? Yeah.
Oh, wat nou?
You're there.
Ja, we hebben leren.
Doekjes gewoon. Geen slijk ook wel weer.
Als jij naar mij toe komt, zeg maar naar huis en dan dan weet je dat er iets is. Als ik heel zwart ben, dan zit er aanval van.
And it's too close.
Ik zit hier omheen, maar ik ben hier gewoon uit.
Ja, dat is wel een hele goede gevoel.
You can lock me up.
Ja? Ah, zo. Dan moet je meteen aanvoelen wat de ander doet. Ah, dat is dit. Ah, dat je het zelf niet eens door hebt. Je moet alleen maar te voelen, ja? Nee, je doet iets kleins zo en dan omdat het gewoon kwaliteit.
Kom, we kunnen hier niet bij.
Ja. Dan gaan ze dan overgeven. Dan lukt het. Probeer die alleen mee te gaan. Wel een beetje de brug. Ja. Oh ja, iemand die het goed kan. Ja. Met een stap blijven. Al 14, alles goed. Maar jij moet zelf ook in de eerste. Oh, zo. Oké, dat wel.
Switching, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, dat is drie, ja? Helemaal... Als je hierop zit, zo je kan deze aanleggen, maar dat blijft oké. Zo, dat werkt. Oké.
Ja. Ja, wat is
Hoe doe je dat? Ja. Ja. Dan ben jij even kwijt. Ja. Cool.
Dream state, yeah.
Ja. Probeer jij mee te bewegen? Dus zorgen dat je twee handen zacht tegen elkaar blijft. Voor me blijven. Weg dan. Nee.
Everywhere.
Dat is moeilijk om zacht te blijven. Dat is moeilijk voor mij. Ja, dan ben ik wat verspannen en dan blijf ik zacht. Tuurlijk kan dat. Ja.
You're out to yourself.
Ja, ik merk dat ik ook overal gespannen ben.
Dat is wel dat je danst. Als jij dat voelt, dan ga je meteen meedansen. Dan ga je...
Ik ben maar echt verlamd. Als die zacht is, kan niks gebeuren. Wat doe ik ook met een vinger? Mits jij omheen gaat, pak verliezen. Die weg zou trekken. Ik zou gelijk boven
Hij is om.
Dit is al. Ja, ik verlies.
Oh, zo. Zo moet je dat niet doen. Een beetje in de knoop met je benen.
Altijd zacht. Mits ik.
But yes. Also, we're not anticipating. You're not thinking. Your repetition.
Schoon lijn op. Onderlang. Oh, dit is
I'm not thinking, I need to keep going. Yeah,
Ja, ik vond de spanning al opbouwen, zeker in die ene gepubliceerde schaal. Ja, die is
ben je zelf.
Only for 99.
Je hebt hem al 5.
Ja, dat is heel begonnen.
Maybe. More trouble, yeah. Yeah, lean on. Yeah.
Really nice.
Als het techniek wordt, wordt het anders.
Oh ja. Ja. Ja, dat zijn...
Yeah, feel it.
See what they're doing. Have them moving around and around.
Ja.
Saying how we just in that position.
Dat is niet het eng, hè? Weet je niet waar ik ben? Ja. Dan kan ik hem zelf...
Dat zijn de onverwachte changes. Nee, dat is in Japan.
Yeah, we have little time and there are so many techniques. Can you imagine doing this in all the techniques that you know? Can you imagine always this feeling? Yeah. If you can imagine, that's already good. You start to imagine, yes, it's possible. I can do ukumi. And I'm not uke like I hold you and try to move me, that's a game. Sensei always says that, that's a game, it's sports. A winner and a loser, that's not. I'm very soft and my attack is this and I want to do something. And before I do that, the other one feels it. So he wants to hold me, boom, I'm doing something. I showed it with a few people, you can feel this energy coming up. Before it takes form in your body, you can feel this intent coming and then you change the energy to whatever you want to do. So then forms come up, like techniques. So good, yeah. So also when you're following, for example, and you want to test, sometimes we do it, it's not like the true way, but if you want to test, all of a sudden he pushes against me, will there be a problem? It's really soft, some felt it, it's soft, right? You don't feel my hand, you feel nothing, it's just laying there. But when someone all of a sudden, and I don't expect it, it really starts to push into me, is it a problem? What will happen then?
Okay.
Yeah, nothing to me, nothing, because it's like a shield. I'm just solid in all my principles, so you will never go into into me, so I'm always safe. I never go like this. It's dangerous when someone goes up and all of a sudden does this in your face. Right? It's like you hit yourself. Oh no, I'm connected to you. Oh, you want to come to me? No, hold on. Don't do it. It's only for the test. Because what will I do naturally when he comes to me? I take ukumi. It's like ninja. Literally, since I said it's more like ninja. It's like come, poof, and it's gone. That's why you're rolling. Rolling's not I push you over. Oh, I fall, so I take my ukumi. That's no Aikido. It's like there's a threat. It's coming my way. Boom, I'm gone, and I stand up again, and then we continue. So that's ukumi. I'm always safe, but you will never feel me. I'm always extending energy to you, and that's what we're going to look into now. Because when I'm standing, for example, when I'm standing and I'm holding you, I talk about continue the attack, to extend energy to the other one. You're standing towards me, like you offer the hand for this technique. I'm extending energy to you. Where do I get this energy from? Of course, we have an esoteric or philosophical, it's like before Big Bang, before everything is universe. But at one point, I'm here in a body and I'm here now, so where does the energy come from towards him? Ground, and then?
Earth.
Earth.
Heaven and earth.
Heaven and earth. And Big Bang, I don't know about that for the one time, but just some example. I hear many things. The first thing you think is probably from your hand. I'm pushing my hand forward. Okay, maybe it's my wrist, maybe it's my elbow, maybe it's my shoulder. Maybe it's my hip. If my hip moves forward, then pushes my shoulder, pushes my elbow, pushes my hand, push into him. Now, well, my hip cannot move. Oh, it should be my legs then. Oh, legs then. We have these principles here. So I take it from the floor. From the floor, I rotate so I can go there. It's really simple. I'll show it one time and you can do it. If you stand like this, and I want to get my hand to this position here, I can do this, right? But now where does it start? Shoulder. Here maybe. if you look really well, it's still from the ground, because when I lift up, I feel my feet get heavier. So something is happening there. But it's not the best way, the efficient way to do it. If I want to get my hand there, what's the best way to do it? Yeah, move my feet there. So then my foot goes forward, my knee, my hip, my shoulder, my elbow, my wrist, and my hand is there without doing anything, only this. And I do it also often when you offer your hand, and then I don't pay attention, you offer your hand, it's a little bit fast, oh yeah, I hold. No, I'm losing my structure now. You do like this, you offer, step forward, and I'm like this. And if you push me, no problem, because I'm still in this structure. See? I go forward, and you push me. I decided to lose my balance. It looks like he's inviting me, and you're the reason that's why I'm unbalanced, but you invited me. And I decided, oh, hold on, I just maintain my principles. I step forward and I get it. Okay, if you stand up, you can feel it, it's easy. So you just stand with your feet together, and you want to grab something in front of you, in the front of your center a little bit further, so you reach out. Feel what happens in your body. There's some parts are really active and some parts are doing not so much. So something is not working out here, it's not efficient. Yeah. So now, step forward, and you feel everything comes forward, your body twists, your Shimbashira rotates, and you only have to lift up with relaxed armpit and elbow, and then you reach it. Right? It's really too simple for words, but hopefully you will do it also with it. But come forward, forward. This is how you breath. Okay, now I have a question and we continue. Where does the movement start? You press it and then where does the movement start? Try it a few times then. Air conditioning, if you have the question right. So, what do you think? Where does the movement start? What happens first thing before you move? Tandembal. Think. Tandembal. Intention. You point here, maybe it's here or here, but intention. Yeah.
Coming from the opposite hip with the tandemball on the other side.
Hip. Foot, I have foot, that's a good thing. Front foot pull. Close, you're really close to it. Of course there's first intent. First there's the whole universe which came before we are here, and it happens naturally. But at one point physically, it starts with your feet. Something happens in your feet, not in your tandemball. Of course, with your intention, because it translates to your intention, this and that. But look at your feet. But then you say your front foot. So you go away into your front ball. It's almost, because I'm standing like this on 2 feet, and I want to put one foot in front of the other one. Try it. What happens first when you put the one foot in front of the other one? Shift. This one moves. The one first to get the energy from the earth, to make sure that you can make an empty step. So you feel one foot, and then it's empty so you can move forward. Right? So now you found out moon shadow step by research, not by listening to sensor. Moon shadow step is this. No. The true meaning of moon shadow is what you're doing now. You're feeling in yo, so you feel one side. So the other one is empty, then you can put an empty foot down. And then how do you transfer the weight? How do you move forward? Why does it start? Something has to happen in the back first. Then you can continue in the front. You need to start in the back because it's empty in the front. So in the back something happens and then you pull the rest to the front. So if we try, and I try to talk you through it. So I shift to one side. Even if I do it correctly, I will rotate my foot a little bit and be able to really transfer the weight to the front foot. I start with the back. So from pushing to the floor, my body rotates and it starts to get weight to the front foot. And when I feel it, I pull the rest towards the front, to the front. One foot to prepare it, put the weight there, and you set. So first rotate up, spiral up through your body, so it starts to rotate, so the weight goes to the front foot. And then when you feel it a little bit, pull it from the front foot until you're there. Right? Pushing. Yeah, pushing and pulling, spiraling up, spiraling down. But again, I don't want to make it too difficult. I'm already doing it, but yeah. But it's simple feeling, right? Again, one is full, one is empty, and you shift the weight to the front foot. Then this is full, so you have an empty step, and you can shift the weight to the other foot. Full, empty. So it's like we learn how to walk. So now we crawl out of the sea. It's like that, and then we become like little creatures or a baby. So we can walk. Okay, remember this feeling. So now, Bram, maybe if you sit down, it's maybe easier also for the camera. Cold tie. We talked about the hand, right? So essentially, we talked about the relaxation of the elbow in the armpit. We talked about the inside lines, right? Keeping the 3 tandem wall. So now we do very simple, shift weight to the front foot, empty foot here. Now when I put weight here, it comes from the ground up and I rotate, and I'm standing here. Now I turn this foot a little bit in, and then I rotate, and I put my weight there. And then at the end, the tandem wall is on the back, because I'm here, it's here on the back. And later we will rotate the back tandem. First it's the legs. So I'm standing here. I put my weight to the front foot. So this is empty, so I can lift it up and put the moon shadow step. Now I shift my weight to the right, and from there I can rotate from the ground up to make this movement. Okay. Now I rotate this a little bit in, put my weight there, and I can rotate from that foot up to here, and then I shift my weight to the back. I think it's easy to do, right? To understand. Yeah. Please try this. Just take some time to really feel this feeling.
Yeah. Okay.
Ja.
Ik zag Regina daar. Regina, maar ik zag aan de kant.
Ja.
Sorry. No, I think you're just holding, yeah, for now.
Lastig. Ja.
Het scheelt alles.
Nou ja, ik word helemaal onklaargelegd door gericht. Zo, dan sta ik naast. Nou, als je mijn lichaam. Dan is het echt van neutraal naar alle kanten op gericht zijn.
Nee, dat krijg je.
Weight factor.
Ja, want ik heb zelf verhinderd of zo. Deze weer nog kijken meer beneden. En deze twee. En dan maak ik deze vol en dan gaat het lichaam eruit. En dan deze nu beneden, maar meer dan staat het weer dan daar. En dan blijft het zo. En nu zit ik op de voorkant en die blijft daar. Wanneer die hier is, dan staat het al in de
ja. Voel je dat? Ja. Ja. Je ogen op, ja, je voelt bijna in je geest blijheid komen of zo. Ja. 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 Zoals je hand. Ja. Het is heel helder. Ja. Ja. Ja.
I don't think so. Maybe not so much. No, you don't know.
Ja, het is aangenaam. Je wordt geleid daardoor.
There is Thank you.
Zo, ja. Dit is net of je iets open, dat je de weg open maakt. Ja. Je gaat de weg open.
Is it smooth?
Ja.
Lijnmatig. Ik voel een weinig connectie met de
Ja, nu ga ik het ping. Dan moet je nu achteruit. En nu ja, dat is ieder mens is zo.
So it's better, is it?
Maar ook deze.
I missed the weight. You felt it, did you?
Ja. Hoe je dat? Dit is anders staan. Ja. Nu ben je ik trainde vroeger met Manny, die was zo groot. We hebben 3 jaar erover tegen mij geluld. Op een gegeven moment was het zo laatbaar. We doen het gewoon. Ja, het hoort erbij.
Ja, dat is
oké.
Come on, you can have it for you. So I got the rest of the evening.
Ja, hier begin je, gaat je koppel ophangen. Nu zit je een beetje ja. Het is nu al, in principe, zoals we nu, begin ik steeds een dochter hebt van 3 jaar, dan ga je mee. Als je dat nu zo doet, begint ja, mooi.
It's so easy to jump and skip everything, right? Just, I jump here and I fall into place, and it's so easy. And if you're advanced, you do it way faster, so nobody notices it until you have a good hook. It will give you energy and you fall backward, or when you're flying, you will just push on the side and you fall, right? If I jump here, at the moment I'm flying and someone pushes me, I can do nothing. I have no earth energy. So I'm just rotating here, 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 and I'm rotating. Could you do it? Was it okay to do? But did it look a little bit like it? Was there a start?
Are you crying?
Crying, yeah. Crying over the love, trying. Really. It's so, and this is so important, this posture, what you see now, my toes are pointing there, my hip is pointing there, so something is not working well at the moment. My knee is in between. This is not the best posture to be in. So if I put my weight here, this wants to correct. It wants to be like this. It wants to be in line with my toe. My knee and my toe, and my hip wants to be in line. And that's what we're doing all the time. So we rotate in, and then I correct it here. Then I step this out, and this one, I want to correct it. And this is how I move. Well, if you use the earth energy. Otherwise, it's just, right? But I'm using the earth energy, so I'm touching here and I move up. I come here and I move here. And this one, again, it's not in line with my hip, so here I want to correct it. This is how Tenkan starts. I'm not pushing to this side, I'm not coming on the front foot and I try to rotate it. I'm on the back and I rotate myself. I correct it. So this one is empty and I put it in, then I do the same thing, I correct it here. And this one is here and I correct it here. This is the movement. So that's why we do Tenkan this, continuously.
You are getting back to
like this.
You're getting back to your natural posture every time.
Yeah.
Out angle yourself and then you unwind into your natural posture.
Yeah, first wind and then unwind.
Yeah.
Spiral up, spiral down. So natural posture will be like this. Like tonight we're talking like I don't want to do something with you, so maybe we do and then we have fun. But
fine.
Yeah. We find some way. So but at some point I'm going to do something. And that means I make it empty so I can rotate in and then the weight transfers and then I'm going to get this upward spiral to correct it. And then I have an empty step here, so which I can do here, and then I can again, and then it spirals down here, spirals up here, spirals down in this foot, and spirals up. So this is kind of what you're doing, like slinky.
Oh!
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, good metaphor.
Right?
Slinky.
Play mode. I don't know where that comes from. But if you stand up, you can practice it. Like in that thing. First you're in neutral, you're standing on me, and then your weight's on the back foot, so the front foot you will turn in. And then shift your weight, and then rotate so your hip is in line with your toes. So now your right foot is empty, you put it behind you, and then you shift your weight to your back foot and rotate so your hip is again good. So if you go back, same thing. Front foot, in, weight there, rotate up, empty step, weight there, rotate up, empty step. This is how we move all the time. You try it a few times for yourself. Get this in your feeling so you can use it in the technique.
De eerste stap gelijk voorbereid.
In line with your toes.
Draait zo makkelijk het wordt. Als je nu gericht hebt, dan de werk draait. En dan weer zo'n X-legs en dan weer terug. En ballet. Ja.
Alleen gebruik je nu die spiral vanuit de grond.
Heel klein.
Hier is hij nog steeds bijna heel groot. Nu was hij los, dus dit ging los en die arch was niet compleet. Daarom is het maar eigenlijk heel klein en heel groot, maar het is ja, precies, een beetje gedaan. Ja, precies. Hij zit nog steeds tussen. Nou blijf je bij jezelf.
We zijn hier pas 3 dagen training.
Ja.
Hier heb ik gestolen van mijn buurman.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
So we continue with the Tapadori state. Did you manage to do something that looks like it what you do? Yes. Was it hard to do?
Yes.
Yes, really. What was hard about it? Thinking was hard. Yeah, that's true. Improve thinking and make it easier.
Observing is the hard bit, like trying, when you're not thinking exactly, but trying to observe what you're doing with yourself without influencing necessarily, just so that you can see what you're doing to know where to change it. But if you start thinking about it, then it starts breaking.
Yeah.
But taking that step back to just feel and observe.
That's a great observation what you're doing, yeah. It's the mind comes in play. You have awareness is just aware, like kanomai, like you see everything, but when mind comes in, you cannot see everything anymore. You all of a sudden starts to search everywhere. So it's a little play. So if you just look like this, for example, you can do with your fingers, you see both fingers. But this is just a symbol for you see everything in your periphery. What happens with the mind when you look at everything? Just observe.
Calms.
Calm. Is there any thinking activity?
Doesn't label anymore.
No labeling. It's just experiencing, right? Just awareness. So now start to think. Mind activity. You feel this point now starts to move. You don't see everything, it's just a point starts to move.
You get curious.
Tunnel vision.
Because you're not looking at anything. You get curious, like, oh,
What's that?
what's that?
And then
you get drawn to it.
exactly. And that's the mind game. And it will tempt you to be like in that state. Like anything, oh, let's think about it. Oh, let's think about it. And we get lots of impulses, so the marketing is really good at it by now. Just get the right impulse and you start to think about, nice bread, I smell something, the receptor here in my brain. Instead of being aware of this experience and just walk to what you were doing. Right? So, but it's a little bit about mind and awareness. But it's exactly that, so just experience it. So here, this is really great. You rotate it, oh, I want to correct. That's why we do listed leg step. It's not like just some awkward step like this. I'm standing here, so I can use this rotation to get in this position, to start rotate to the end. It's here, shift weight, rotate up. Doing this one in, so you can rotate up. And I'll rotate to the back leg. Now what I said, this is in line with uke, this is the same, this will never change, I will never go this direction. I'm also not going forward. The old way, some people may be still used to it, you're in your key and I go forward, but you stay in your key. It will never work. I'm already in his line, so that's enough. If I start to pull, he will resist. Just keep it here. But if I move this direction, I will fight also against his key. So I'm not turning in this direction. I'm just moving my thumb handle here at the back. I change that so my hip is in line with my foot. You see? And then on this side again, I'm standing here. So this foot is pointing this direction. My hip is pointing that direction. My thumb handle goes to the back And now I use this to rotate my hip to the direction of my toe. See? That's what you're doing here. This is still in the same direction. It didn't pull in this direction, still in the same direction. And now I have this empty foot. I can go here and I rotate that. Yeah, and so we do it in count. Yeah? It was fast on the end, but it's the same with a little bit faster. So here, rotate, rotate, to the back, and then rotate, 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 rotate. Pretty simple. Do you need more explanation, or I think we can try it? Right? I also have to sweat. Other side. I will do this. Maybe it helps. It's so simple, but you have to find it out and you have to learn to do it and then repeat it everywhere. One, rotate. Tune in, rotate. Now my empty step becomes full. But my foot is not in line with my hip, so this one, I will rotate. Nothing changed here. If he is stable in his key and I start to pull, nothing moves here. You see, my upper body is trying to do tenkan. Oh, I need done then. No, it's my leg. My leg rotates. See, my leg here is rotating. Not from here, not from here. It never works. You're standing here really relaxed on the ground. So, oh, my hip, my bone is rotated in my hip. My femur is a little bit rotated. So my hip says, all these inner muscles here say, well, let's correct that. All these inner muscles here. They say, oh, this bone is rotated here in your hip socket. Oh, let's correct it with the weight here. And he never knows where it comes from, the power. If I do it here, he expects it here. If I said, oh, I try here, but still I'm pushing here. No, this is the same, and I rotate my hip socket. So he never feels power coming, like pushing you or pulling you or something.
So you try to explain that you're always seeking to find the natural state of being. Because this correction is...
It's true, but it sounds complex, a natural state of being. I'm standing here, and what's my natural state of being? So my foot is rotated and my bone is rotated in my hip socket, and I correct it. Then I find my natural state.
Inside.
Nou, wel niet meer.
Je mag mij volgen.
Now I'm going to rotate on which focusing.
Pretty sure if I can't, it's going to be
It may be helpful, I think after many years, and one moment with Okajima Sensei in Osaka, he was explaining me the Tenkan steps for the first time. So when I'm standing here, how do I rotate? It's really helpful. Probably you all know it, I'm a slow learner, but maybe it's helpful if you see it. So I'm standing here, and the basic thing is I put my toes together, my weight's on the right, transfer to the left, and I rotate open. And I can use this. My heels together, toes together, heels together, toes. This is what I'm doing. So I'm not stepping like this. And I'm not falling to one step, or one little step and a big step. No, I'm just rotating here. Keep doing this motion. So if you stand up, it's easier. So let's say we are here at the moment. Start in an easy way. Shift your weight to the right, inside line of your right, inside left. And the empty step, you make a square in a way. And your big toes come together. Shift your weight to the left, rotate your hip, and then the heel comes to the heel. Shift your weight to the other side and rotate. Toes together. Heel, toe, heel, toe.
Okay, now stop it up.
So you really stay centered in this spot. There's no walking around in circles. I take this spot. Other side around. Play with it. Inside line of your foot, inside line of your leg. Do your thumb and ball between your knees. Always between your knees. It's small, it's big, it's small, it's big. Relax your armpits and your elbows. It's so easy, Aikido. Okay.
Ja, het is goed gedaan. En dan nog anderhalve weg.
Dansen, dat is
nee, ik pak er naar de aarde.
natuurlijk zien ze het ook. Ja, precies, dat weet ik. Dat heb ik ook één keer gezien.
Good question we have here. With this warm weather, I think these exercises are really small. I think you're still warm, but it's really small movements, so it's not like big throwing and everything. Tomorrow it's a bit colder, so you can use this all with all kinds of movements. Question was like, is it going up and down?
You seem to be going back that much, up and down, you're doing the movement.
Yeah, I think because I'm relaxed in my knees, this relaxation gives me some movement space, but I try to keep my thumb and ball in the same place. I think about the one-line exercise. You just drop your knees, and I'm trying to be continuously moving like this with my thumb and ball, not like this. Yeah. I think it's the same feeling. I'm not sure, but it's a good question, so I'm looking into it. I'm relaxing my knees. If I'm not relaxing my knees, it's really hard to do this. Did someone have this experience a little bit? Hard knees. Relax your knees. Relax your knees. Relax your knees. Relax. And it's really, I think about Peter Kelly. I feel this whole side is closing. It's all opening, so lots of things happening, but I'm not going to say it. It's too late. But I think try to be level, because this could give the other one an option to bounce you over if you go up too much. That's what I think at the moment. So okay. Tenkan. So if we do Tenkan. Again, I'm a slow learner or a slow teacher. We still only hear this, and I rotate. And we were here. This. Go to the back. Be clear with yourself. Like use your awareness. Don't go back to your old way. Keep your sentiments straight up. Don't go to your old way. I rotate my. I kind of accelerated it, but where does the power come from when you feel that, when I go faster?
So from the earth.
From the earth, right. So I'm not dragging you to go faster. I'm just a little bit accelerating from the earth. And that's what I'm doing. But don't do that fast. Just to give you an example. 1, 2, 3, back, rotate. Here, rotate. Starts to look like Aikido, which you might be familiar with. Hands open. Keep this posture. Relax. Everything we just did. Yeah. Good.
Gaan wij? Ja, dank je. Gewoon regel.
Hoe deed ik dat? Ja, naar voren. Jij bent ja, denk dit is cirkel.
Maak je dit?
Ja, dan doe je zo. Ja.
Ik ga jou volgen.
Dit is een spanning. Er zit een spanning op. Ja, niet een spanning. Laat het zo. Als je begint dan mag het zo. Omdat je de kracht heel goed.
Als je 1 keer kort maakt, dan heb je 2 keer.
Ja,
precies.
Het is ook zo bescherming. Ja, maar dat is ook beseffen. Sommigen doen weer tussen aftreden. Je moet wel alert zijn. Ik heb die
ik blijf dat ik deze niet opnemen. Zo. Als je er steeds staan.
Ik ben er niet aan gewend. Ik ben er niet zo staan.
Iets tussen zit.
Ja, je bent midden van het centrum, hè? Dus anders zit je op de buitenkant. Dat is sowieso altijd. Ik heb er niet bij ben, als jij er 1 keer om je draait.
Maybe no store.
Sorry, I keep looking at I was just what Tony was trying to get me to do with these definitely inside
Je blijft echt in je af.
Ja.
It's not bad, it's not
Okay, stay in your places, stay with your partner. Research the following. You are Naga, you start to move. How fast can you move? How fast can you move? So you're a Naga, how fast can you move? It's not like how fast can you move, I can 100 or 200, it's not about that, but how fast would be an appropriate way to move, to rotate. Please research it. You can win another air conditioning.
Even schijnen snel. Als je het hard gaat.
Maar je moet ja.
Do it.
What do you experience? The first one is you feel that the real place a little bit.
Yeah, but it's more about keeping up with myself. Overdo it. Now, solid, and then you try to go quicker.
Niet dat ik trek dat ik in Aikido of nagen.
Oké, yes.
En dan kom ik snel nagen is een wiek.
Answer, how fast can you move?
So you reach the safe place.
And what's the effect then if you reach that?
You're flying.
Oh yeah. So is that what we want? So is that a good answer?
It's what we want, we're trying to research.
Oh yeah. So you exaggerate and see that's not what the best way is. So then we lose the partner. What happens when we lose the partner? We're in danger. We have no clue where the partner is, and it will come back because it's attacking me. I rather know where the partner is all the time. I say too much. Other, what do you?
We also looked at going, although it was how fast can you move, we looked at very slowly as well. And it was interesting that if you use the unwinding of the leg to make the takedown, then the body, to some extent, chooses that. You can't make that slower, if that makes sense. There's a natural
releasing
of that energy.
Yeah, it's a good way.
So that is.
I think that comes very close.
I think it's going to depend by partner as well. Like, if your partner is a lot bigger, yes, you're only moving you, but what you're going to see is them moving fairly slowly. You might be turning at the same speed, but they're bigger. If you've got somebody littler on the end, they're going to have to take more steps to keep up with your internal speed. So they're going to look like they're going quicker, but you might also lose them because they can't keep up.
So you bring something really good in the discussion. So if I combine those two, so there's a natural way, I think, also for Uke to unwind, because I'm attacking, my attacking is also winding and unwinding. I'm not like some, and they are there, but we are practicing Aikido, so right, we are attacking, we're also winding, unwinding, and then moving every step. I have to do the same thing to follow and keep my principles. But partner is very important, so partner is leading in that also, I think. So, you said a good thing, so when you spin faster, the little person cannot keep up. So then you come in Dave's section, your findings, right? Then you cannot keep up, so, or it falls out, or it's spit out from the rotation. But I want to keep this connection. I need the partner to give me energy. I need this energy from my partner to be able to move. Otherwise, I just jump out and he attacks again, I jump out, he attacks again, and there's no solution. So I want this energy of my partner. I'm going to do something, I move my universe with all these principles and blah 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 blah, you know it now. And way more, but it's more blah blah blah. So you start to move, and this makes the initiation, how fast it can move. And then it will be taken somewhere and it will be going to the floor, and so it can lose the category and comes out more clean, and then it comes again. partner is just essential. So, what happens sometimes? We have a partner that doesn't give energy. So we're here, I'm standing here, okay, now I can rotate, but he doesn't give me energy. So really, he's attacking me, so we're saying this. He's attacking me, but doesn't give any energy. Why should I rotate? Right?
Rotate the other way.
This is just way too long. Since he doesn't do anything, okay, what are you doing? Don't do this. Right? So it's no use. He will attack me. Now he gives me energy. So now I rotate and I just, this energy, I'm just guiding it back to him so he can lose his KRA and comes out more clean. This is the best way. So partner always gives energy and that's what you're moving. Does it happen a lot in Aikido? Honestly? Don't say no, but I don't want to know, but it happens so often, right? It happens so often that you're attacking, doing nothing. Okay, then I'll just this is Aikido. Oh no, we do it not like this. We do it really in a refined way. In a refined way, I will do it. Yeah, this is Aikido. Because now I'm controlling you, but he didn't give me energy. I'm just an attacker to him. But it's about love and oneness and IP is like to become one with the universe. But at this moment, I'm just overtaking him and I'm bullying him. I'm just attacking him. Oh, so I don't want that. He gives me energy. He gives me energy, and I want to play with it. As long as he gives me energy, okay, then I just direct it in a way that's best for both of us. You can get a free massage at the end, so it's more relaxed now. And really, literally, that's what it is. It's not a martial thing to hold in, because it's useless to sit here. You can be attacked anywhere. So he is deciding how fast I can go. So what do you learn as an uke? The art of ukemi, we were just doing this soft feeling. I'm learning to send energy to him. I'm grounded. I'm sending energy through the contact point to him. He's moving still from my feet. Rotation, rotation, rotation. I'm sending this energy to him. Send it to him, to him, to him. Still sending to him. My hand, my knee, all those points were contacting him, rotating. And the massage, yes. Always I'm sending him energy. I think this is the hardest part in Aikido. And it's, I think, also one of the big things that's misunderstood. The sensei is really hammering on it like nobody understands. And he explains it also, so I try to share it. Like I think in the dojo of sensei there was also some text like don't resist. Maybe you've seen the photo, or it was in Saito's dojo later. And with sensei said, oh, don't resist, soft, soft, soft. And then he went out of the room, sensei says, and then everybody resists and tests and games, fighting. But when he comes, he's really angry, he's scolding everybody, don't resist. Now we understand why. Because if I resist, it's no use. If he attacks me and he resists me, I can't explain it, but I hope you already sense it, and he senses it too. He's a sitting duck at the moment. I can do anything. What do you want to do? It's really simple. I like the discussions online, well I don't like them, about Aikido and BJJ and martial art, mixed martial arts, and Aikido doesn't work. Yeah, if you're used to attack like this, someone from another martial background will never fight this. He will just destroy you with everything else, right? Why not? In samurai way, it's not a game, since it says it's life and death. So do you think with samurai, with swords, for example, I pull my sword and you hold me back, so like this, and then, oh, I want to pull my sword. Do you think in a life and death situation he can pull his knife and the other one he has? And of course not. Why am I here doing this? Anything goes. Just to give you an example about another perception on Aikido, and don't start fighting, but get this sensitivity. I'm here, I'm soft. When you do something, I'm here, I'm already ready, I feel everything. I move his body, I make sure that he cannot attack me, I'm safe. And when I follow him and I decide to be okay and do the technique, I'm sending energy to his form. Now he starts to pull me, so I can do. Right? Do you see? So again, if you come, and I feel he's pulling me faster than the energy that I'm giving, he starts to pull me. Because he's running away from me, and then he's turning his back. Okay, this is the best way to fight. You turn, and you go faster. I'm like, okay, what are you doing? I'm just at his back, so what's the use? So you come with energy, and you give me energy. And this energy, I'm starting to move. See, this is where I'm moving. But I'm never like this. It's no use. I'm faster than his energy. So he feels me pulling, and naturally he will resist. You're good uke and you're grounded. If you're not grounded, it will be funny. Like this, and you just fall down. Yeah. See? But if he's grounded, I can never do that. I can do that.
Hang on, but he's too stable, you see?
Because he's always on the line. It's really new Aikido. Do the same to me, so if you go and then at one point I'm unstable and you pull me back. We never did it like this, but in small tests you can do this. Be gentle, of course, with your partner when you practice this in your dojo. But this will teach the other one really fast. Oh, hold on, let me keep my structure. So maybe one more time. Extend ki all the time. I come to you, you do what my energy is leading. And you do the tenkan pasenaka. Wants to go away. Don't slow down so much. If you really slow down, I'm back again. Not slowing down like this. Yep. Yes. That's all.
Yeah, I think so. But get out of the way.
Voor jou van de hoog bedrag. Denk ik nou je tegen voor het podcast gaat.
opgeschouwd. Ja, weet niet zo lang draaien. Je pakt inderdaad heel snel op.
Ah, oké.
Misschien weet ik dat het. Ja, ik heb wat achter wat. Ik zal lang lopen, man. Omhoog. Oh. Ja. Ja.
Kom op, plaats 1. Oké, heel goed.
Very slowly.
Ja, vooraan.
Now you stop giving energy. Okay. So I stopped here, you fell, I stopped
Very good.
Now I have something to work with.
Okay.
Don't run away, I'll let you go in a punch you.
What do you do? Geen te hard, opnieuw. Goed je rust af en toe. Ja, inderdaad, op een gegeven moment, wat je zegt, kom ik aan als je daar
ja, dat ik het zo inval.
Ja, maar kijk, ik ben echt een koud in de
Ja, hier komt de maatje. Ja.
That you can then feel your ja, toen nog één. Had ik nog één? Cool. Nou, blijf ik ook handen. Nou, het op, hè?
Take it in my structure.
Ja. Voor de morning ding. Nee, ik moet achteraf blijven staan. Nou, ja, ik ben gewoon bij jou.
Move my body. I like you so I like you very much. I like you very much.
Kijk, met de douane.
Oké, dus ik kan nog... Ja.
Okay, this is a short introduction to the basics of Aikido and Aikido Yuishinkai. We have almost everything out there. The samurai run is one more thing, but I think we'll do it tomorrow. These are the basic principles in Aikido Yuishinkai. There's a lot to do in Aikido, but it's great if you can work on these and get it in your system. Right? So much to choose from, and it's all great and good. But this is filtered down from what Sensei thinks is important and what Peter Kelly has also filtered out through his experience, from what Sensei is doing and Sensei translating it to all really physical body movements. So it's a great thing to work with. It's not hard. Yes, I know it's hard. It's not hard. But the hard thing is to get it in your system, to create an Aiki body, to change your body to be able to do this. And that's really hard and takes a lot of time, but it doesn't matter. If you know what you're doing and you just every strike is correct and it's head on, it's the right strike, and it will get in your body anyway. It just takes time. And it's really fun to play with it. We do it in the dojo, like all these things. I don't think there's much new things like for the students here. Is there anything you see that's like really new to you? No. It's like we're always playing with these things. When you're not there, you don't know, and then you come and it's new. Yeah.
It's only a deeper experience. So
yeah.
Movements are not new, but every time you experience something new. So it is kind of new, but.
Exactly, yeah. Sensei has been telling many of these things for really a long time, like from the beginning almost, 2004 that he came to Holland and Italy and all that, England, like the first tour. But the years after that, he really starts to move away from Ki Aikido and got these principles from Samurai and from O-Sensei. And then he starts to work it out. In the last years, it's kind of getting more momentum. He's getting more and more clear to really make sure that everybody understands it, especially the teachers. Because he knows, he's now over 80 and he wants to make sure, that was his wish and his promise to O-Sensei, that Aikido continues. In the way that O-Sensei also saw it, and I know many people say it, and I know there also seems like people are really honestly also trying to do that. And everybody filters in its own way, but I see there's some really honest intentions that people want to follow what O-Sensei was doing and people before O-Sensei. But there's also Aikido moving in all kinds of directions, and it took some time for me to get a good view on that. So in the beginning you think, what I do is correct, and that's not correct. So it's a little bit, that's how war starts. That's a little bit simple way of thinking, but it's how it starts. But then I look more and more, and I get to know more people, talk to them, watch videos, share experiences. And then I realize it's just evolution. So you give someone something to humanity, it will evolve in all ways. I think with atom bomb, it started with someone who created something to create a lot of energy in a quite simple way. I don't know, probably not simple, but it's splitting of small particles gives a lot of energy. And he didn't mean that to be a bomb. So, right, you give something, everybody does something with it. Some Aikido is like you're really martial, like break, throw, and injuries. Perfect, why not? Everything's possible. It's not my way, but right. And others are like it's almost dancing, and like if you touch, there's no ground connection, but it's maybe some dancing art or whatever. It's also can be really nice if it's done on a high level. It's also great, and everything in between, you know. And I don't want to be too simple about other styles because I don't know it enough to have a good viewpoint on it. But it's like evolution; it goes into every direction. But for me, I chose Yuishinkai and Sensei, and I try to be true to O Sensei in the way I can, with the help of Peter and Peggy. Kojima Sensei did a lot of important things, teaching me important things. Also, he got it mainly from Tohei. So Tohei is also a major influence. So we just try to get this in our body and do Aikido, like not to be not like your energy and my energy come together and become one. No, it's like really being one with the universe, right? A way of living which needs to be one with the universe, and it has to be expressed in our movement. So if you're here and you're pulling, it's not expressed in the movement. If there's some connection coming, energy is coming, and I can move this universe myself, you just felt it. There was no fight here. And especially when you give energy and the other one is a universe that has its own way of moving, it's a wonderful feeling. And you move with it, you take ukumi and you just feel happy when you come up and you want to go again, and it's like this cleansing, this purifying, misogi. You lose your kegare, your impurities. That's why we just come up, new life. Like Sensei also said, in judo or other sports, it's down point. And lays on the floor and then it crawls up, and Aikido is the only one. It's like so it's a whole different thing. It's not sport. It's not fighting. It's a way of life to improve yourself as a human being. In the process, you'll be safe. When someone attacks you, you're the universe, and it will be spread out in a way like you're saying, but without losing the other one. Maybe in Italy, did someone see Peter Kelly at the end practice with the Danish guys, the younger guys? They're really going at him, and he was in the middle, and they were like shoo boom, right? That you could see it really well. Like they're really attacking. Let me see the big guy. What can he do? Comes in, and then he just does the universe moves, and they just boom. They spit out in the way they come in. His trajectory is like shoo boom. So he can even say like, oh, you're going there a bit. Last time here with Simona.
Oh, yeah.
Remember at the end?
Yeah, the end was the fun part.
Yeah. He was sick next day, but it was probably another reason. He was like,
yeah.
So maybe you feel the same thing. It's too warm. So, but maybe you feel like I want to move more. I want to do more. So Simona is like that times a million, right? So he has a lot of energy. It's wonderful. So at the end he was going to Peter. Says, please, can I take ukumi? Same thing. He just jumped in completely, and Peter was just pointing where he was going because he felt, oh, you're coming in, and you were just going there. I'm the universe. I'm not throwing you. Just you feel where the force is coming in. I'm rotating. It's really clear view. Like he was never throwing Simona or anything. Just Simona gives energy. It's really absorbed in him. He moves. So the result is, if you keep on giving energy, you will go in this direction.
But he didn't have to enjoy it. He didn't have to enjoy it.
Yeah, he's a person that really likes that. He was like, whoa, and he's like super happy. So I hope you get some idea about it. We will finish in a circle after we close our eyes.
George. Ja, maar dat maakt niet uit. We wachten naar jou hele tijd. We wachten naar jou hele tijd, maar je wordt er niet. Kom maar. Je moet wachten, maar joh.
Maar bij, je was er toch een soort van bij. Ja. Een paar minuten. Yeah, nice. I'm curious about what you, I don't know how to say in English, your experiences. I think I could show a lot, and the last thing I was sitting like Aikido is love. This is Aikido is love. If you're throwing and you, since I was, yeah, Aikido is love. When you get up like, it's a love feeling. What do you experience? Tomorrow we can do more movement with this. For the people who are coming only tomorrow, please help them a little bit. 4 hours for explanations.
So, like some of our teachers came with you to Japan and brought back what they learned, and then they went to Bologna and they cemented it in, and then again they brought it back. And trying to learn from that has been a really interesting challenge because you've got 2 hours a week to take on what they've instilled in 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
And it's been really interesting challenge, and then to come here and we've spent 2 hours on pretty much the same technique, but we've looked at all the different bits, all of them, bit by bit, and then at the end we just strung it together into a technique. And it made sense. And it's the kind of made sense where that's going to stick rather than just, oh, it made sense, but tomorrow morning, oh, I slept.
Yeah.
I feel like that's actually clicked.
I'm speak for yourself. I've probably forgotten after this tomorrow morning.
Don't drink too much tonight. This is also different in level, but it's really great to hear it. It's like cemented. And
like you could see it in teachers who've been, and you could see how their practice had changed, but you just couldn't quite. And they're trying to explain with words and feeling what's changed, and you can see that something's changed, but you can't quite pin it down. I think I might have worked out some of it, maybe not all of it, but enough to change some of what I'm doing, which can then be passed on to other people. But it's really difficult to explain to the lower grades, this is how we're doing what we're doing, when you can't quite do it yourself.
Yeah.
So I've really enjoyed the last 2 hours just for, right, I get it.
That's good. Continue, create your path, and then the students will naturally follow. Just enjoy it. Beginners don't explain too much, just do some things, and they will feel it. I have no clue, but it will come. It will come. You're not beginner.
I take like a little thing like every time I do something like this. I'm building up things slowly. I think there's just more things being added than I can keep up with. So I get something different every time.
It's true. It's a little bit of turbo today. I know that, and I take it really slow, but it's a lot.
But it was good because there was some of it that I recognised from the form, and then some of it that is newer, or some of it, that we've tried to do a bit, but I've not really understood it. Now we've maybe got a bit more of an idea.
Yeah, nice.
But it just changes everything, and I quite like going through the basic principles. Like we have to see how they work on the techniques, because I keep doing techniques and they're not working particularly well, and I can't really work out which principles not working at that point, probably because I didn't even know some of them. So it was really good to sort of go through all that. So thank you.
But then I wonder about like Dave and Paul. No, it's only me that's not seeing. But you went to Japan and you practice in Manchester, of course. So what do you notice if you're here now again in 4 hours?
A lot of revision, being reminded of what we did do in Japan, and sort of attempted to try and teach it. I think you consolidated what we've tried to teach since we've come back from Japan.
Oh, you didn't practice that? Okay, so next. I heard something or another.
Practiced on my own.
Oh, yeah.
With your
One problem. One secret.
Oh yeah, that went well.
I felt the tandem balls in Japan was a whole new level of things to think about, which is good, really enjoyed it. And to try and figure out how to use that during technique is like mind-blowing. So to come and get some basic, just one technique of where the tandem ball's going from that sort of point of view is really good. What I also really like, visualization really works well for me, so things like just turning your universe rather than trying to move somebody is really enjoyable for me. So figuring out how to move someone from the Tenkan point without trying to move them. It's been many years of trial and error, and it's.
Why didn't we think of it now? Since I explained, like, hopefully we can also do it now in the future. This was kind of new for me too, like this back and rotating. And we had some other principles which worked well, but this is like. It's nice. I wonder for the other people who are in Japan, like, what's the difference if you're now here, or what comes to mind?
I think it's a good chance to see again all the things that Mariam Sensei teaches us in Japan. What I see in Japan, that every year Mariam Sensei is going deeper and deeper in the spirit of Aikido, the true meaning of Aikido. So every year, and even in Italy, it became sort of more difficult to understand really understand something. Because in 20 seconds he shows us a technique with a lot of meaning inside, and so for me these opportunities are the best. It's only I can say, because after 2 weeks we have seen a lot of things, but probably the things totally clear, one or two.
So we're still unpacking the gifts, and this may be helpful.
No, sometimes you show us something, and okay, I should know that stuff, but then we try, and we discover every time something new.
It's really helpful. Maybe when you become more advanced, just let go of the feeling that you should know. Like you're saying, very relaxed. In the beginning, when you maybe to first hand you think you should know, but then after that, really let it go. You should not know. Of course, you get it again and again, and it comes more in your system. In the beginning, you feel I should know, but then just become relaxed and make a mistake 1,000 times. 1,001st time you will get. Really, that's my feeling too. And this relaxation helps you to really get it very fast. But it's not the goal, but it's just because you're way more relaxed and just playing with it instead of I have to understand it all.
Because I remember that Mariam Sensei told me to make small movements. The first year I went to Japan, then it's always the same.
Today also.
So.
Good. Yeah, that's true. That's how it is. Since I said the same thing for many years to me, and it comes one moment. He always says I am addicted to Aikido, and I love it. That's how you look now.
I know when we go now, I was 2 years in Japan, and I went to Japan to see can I experience something more. And I went there, I didn't experience more. I experienced different. Because I already had it here with Martijn, but you just get another angle on it. then first time you go there and then you are sort of like wow and everything. Then you go second time, because all the blinking stuff, you don't look anymore, and then you focus on things that matter. And this year was Sensei very strong and full of energy. He beat us almost if we do something wrong. It was really strong. But then we come back, and luckily we are there are 4 guys from Netherlands here, so biggest group there, so we can, and we have time is putting everything on paper, and we can have connection still with the sensei. If there are some questions or something, so that's, but every time we see the same stuff, but I don't have it in my system. But we are busy. I know I move different when I come back from Japan. I don't have it in my system, not. But I'm working on it. Actually, that's it. I want that to be a part of me. It's not, but I work on it. I'm 6 hours a week. I'm practicing Aikido, and 2 with kids, and a few hours at home. Still, it's not. But I'm working on it. That's it. And here we.
Work in progress, that's what
we see it happen again, and that's good. Reminder, oh yeah. You know, that's every time it's, oh yeah.
Where's your, oh yeah? You also were in Japan, what comes to mind if you do this again today?
Yeah, it's really like the concentration of the principles. We train them 2 weeks, and it's what like Marco said, we do so many techniques, and it's like 2 times example and then just go. But you really look through that, I think, the many experiences you have here, so you can really explain the principles of the underlying principles, and I have the feeling I kind of miss them when I'm there 2 weeks just training and get inspired, but I think it's a very good explanation now in 2 hours or 4 hours even. The principles behind it. I always want to do more and more fancy training, but this is really good. It's the essence, I think. Also, what Peter Kelly says, like the structure and your inner movement is more important than the fancy techniques.
Nice. Hopefully tomorrow we can do a lot more movement, and I know not everybody's able to come, but if you're here, then you can build on this foundation, then we start to play in all kinds of forms. It'll be fun. But more in general, just anything that comes up, I like it.
Yeah, I was thinking of, you always talk about the art of Uku. Is there something like the art of Nagani?
Yeah.
He's also adapting to.
Yeah, it's basically Aikido. but Ukumi is something I think it's good to put focus on and how important that is. I think without an uke, it's very important. Maybe Ukumi, the art of Ukumi, uke is just, I won't say more important, but maybe I would like to say it's more important. Yeah, it's everything. It's the teacher. Uke is the teacher. So, and if you cannot even send energy continuously without this unbalanced thing, if you cannot do it, so what can the other practice? Practice fighting or something? Or, so you really, I'm teaching you, and in the process cleaning myself. So it's just so important. But art of Nagami, we figured it out also. Art of Nagami.
Maybe you see I experienced that as an artist, you have to always be aware of what the energy of Uke is.
Mm-hmm.
So
then especially I remember when I started, I was always in the beginner's class, and there was an advanced class also after, and I said, please come there. I said, no, I don't know, maybe any reason why, but I felt comfortable doing basics, and I think my Naga was really good because there was so much Uke. So So I think if you're really good uke, you know it very well. It's a traditional way also, like for a year you're uke, and then you'll start to do naga techniques in the old way. And I think it's really a good way to teach it. It's not appropriate for the West because all the students leave, right? Because I want to be naga, I want to do techniques. But if you're really good at ukemi, you'll be a really great naga. It teaches you so much. And in Dutch, if I say that in English, it's like you're following and leading. So if naga is kind of leading and uke is following, right? Basically, like he's leading and you're following. But following, you're not following, you're leading yourself in following. So you're naga too in that way. You know, and we don't do kashi wasa. I think that's the name. Like you take over techniques. We don't do that much. But sometimes it happens naturally. It's like so open. If I'm good uke and you leave space, I can easily overtake it without any fight. So naga and uke is like so close to each other. So I'm sensing all that, giving energy, and I see all the open spaces. I see when the foot is not really loading from the ground. So if I do a little push, like to the knee, like you were doing, you will tip over for a moment. Then you find stability and you can continue again. Normally I don't give that push, but I feel all those moments happening. When you go up and you really push with this tension here, it's easy to do something else or just move this whole part away. I will receive ukemi, but I think you really become a good naga. So when you come, I feel all this, you attack me, but I feel all this emptiness, all these spaces in you, so I just move with the spaces and you fall. So then it's almost the same, if I just go to my feeling of being uke and naga. And then it's really formless. Sometimes we play with that. Someone just comes and it doesn't matter, the feeling is connecting, take it in, and then just you feel where it goes. So yeah, that's the art of nagami. Is anybody warm? No, I'm not the only one. Only Nico and Martijn. Some more experiences. What do you notice? You just drop in here and take a master. We did only a few classes of Aikido.
Dance master. It's like dancing also, but you explain more now. More used to, sometimes you used to push as a uke, just to send the key a little bit more. But the more I understand it now, the key is doing it by itself, so you have the intention is enough. And sometimes for me, I want to do a little too much. So it's good principle right now that you want to do even less.
Yeah. And if you do something, do it from the black part, from the legs, from the ground, not the upper body, the mind, the hands, from the earth, from the universe, from the legs.
And we always also keep the 1 point. That's something that says is still always having there, like I said all the time, keep the attention, which is more like there's the whole legs and the stability connected properly.
Mind on that, yeah. Keep them all. So Ki Aikido, it is a simple way, it is all 1 point, it's easy to start with, but if you go further and further, it is more tanden. So you can keep tanden and be really hard in the arms, but if you really use all the tanden correctly with the principles, then
and there are actually 9, huh? You make 9 in the board?
Yeah.
I'll try to find them.
Oh, there goes
You know, does actually not say there are probably a lot more than 9, but 9 is easier to work with.
Normally I say when you started with these tanden balls and we rotate, it's like joints. To me, I think there are many, but if you use these, it's kind of a good structure, a good like method or a good way to practice. But if you just really go into it, just everything is rotating and moving and working together.
We go next year, we get 3 more.
Well, no, because you started with 3 and this year you've got 9, so next year there's going to be 27.
So, it's a good start. Some more things. Anything comes up? What do you want to say? What did you learn today? What was kind of different than before? What changed in your movement or in your mind? Is also nice, but in your movement.
My movement became smaller. I'm always moving with
especially when your Mai is different from others. Yeah, it's good.
I didn't manage to quite get it, but the movement where you sit behind the partner and push them against them and go to the opposite side. I didn't quite get it, but it felt doing things that way and then doing other exercises where you move to the, like moving opposite directions, just made everything feel a bit more stable. And it made me realise that a lot of exercises, like Shirodari, I feel like I was just going too far forward, like as I said earlier on, like just not having my balance. And even though I felt like I had Shiro or something like that, I actually didn't. And now I've got that to think about as well to sort of help keep me balanced and everything moving at the same time, rather than like this arm goes here and you know this leg does whatever, like it just sort of connects everything together.
Yeah, yeah. That's great. Become more whole.
Yeah.
Sounds
Become
healthy.
a natural then.
Yeah, yeah. Sounds very good. Sounds like Aikido. Yeah. You have no mind. I know. You explained already. No shit, no storm. Yeah.
Just grounding.
But maybe something comes up from this freedom.
It does. Once you hit the bottom, then it's up all the way. Rebuilding from the feet upwards, which is quite interesting. In all sorts of ways, even practicing principles, just in daily life, is a good way to learn.
So what do you think, like concrete for now, what kind of principles you drop to the bottom and building up new, for example?
The idea of throwing the upper body away. When we were walking up a steep hill, it was so much easier to let your upper body go ahead of you, and then you just follow. And that just worked really well, so that helps to cement that principle. And just the idea that your feet constantly connect and extend into the ground, and then the ground comes back up, just makes you feel so much more connected to every part of your body. So the feeling is good, the Aikido is well good.
Yeah, it is, yeah. It's coming from someone that's been doing Aikido for, what, 1,000 years or 2,000 years?
Is that as older than me?
37 years, exactly, and he says breaking down to the ground and building up again, so that's something really great if you can do that. Sometimes we hear people like, I already know everything, it's like, okay, that's good. But this is great if you can do that, and that's why we always enjoy working a lot together, like, what's this, what's happening, and so no mind or
it's been really good this year to have, to be really fortunate to have Dave and Paul go to Japan, and we got together with them, finding out what they've done, and then going to Italy, and then coming here of course, and having some time in between, because there's a lot, and then it's like you need to spend time, you're kind of looking at it, but then like trying not to look at it, just feel moving, not thinking about it too much, and putting it into daily life as well, because we don't have a regular dojo at the moment, so we practice together, but then look at other ways to incorporate and examine the sort of the movement and the feeling and the stability. So each time, so it's been quite a joy really to have these opportunities where it all kind of comes together, practicing, at a seminar, and then to be able to go away and reflect, and then all in the same year coming back again. So it's lovely to be here for that reason. Yeah. And everyone you practice with, everybody is. It's always something different. If you look, or sometimes if you don't look.
Yeah, that's great. I notice with, of course, with Rowan, our baby, that helps a lot. How to carry him, but also doing dishes. Oh, my tanden are a little bit stiff. Vacuuming, those daily things are really helpful. Laying on the couch with TV it's hard to find, but when I start to move, That's really, you find it there when you start to do something, or bikes, bicycle, or
It's so much.
horses, yeah. Or just make a mattress, I guess, for the production you're doing, or whatever, or gardening, landscaping, or
Lying on the couch is just practicing full body relaxation.
in a way, yeah.
It's interesting to find that there are better ways to do things. You know, so you think, oh, I'm not doing this, or now I'm trying this, and okay now.
Exactly.
But sometimes it's also interesting to find that you are doing things that you hadn't even thought about. But actually that, you know, that actually you are doing those things. You are moving in that way, or shifting your weight so that you can do something else. And kind of becoming aware of the things you are doing as well, really naturally, that you didn't know about.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's
That's
quite a
really
smart system, it's for the efficient way anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, so sometimes you can just let it happen.
Yeah.
Let it even out.
Yeah, for sure. What do you notice when you're here, when you're practicing? Maybe in Dutch she says really secret and great things, but we cannot. Do you want to share something like that? What do you notice?
It's a lot of new stuff for me, for everyone, I guess. But I like it.
Yeah, that's great. Can you say why? Why do you like it? What concept?
Because what Jonathan said, you can use it in daily life, and it's helpful for me. I guess for everyone, but for me it's very helpful. So I use the Aikido the new way in my daily life. It feels better, I guess. Yeah. I like it.
Nice. Maybe to finish it up, I'm always curious what Mark is saying. It's like the hidden power behind the dojo here, so the foundation way back.
Don't know. For me, was today it's like I was in a candy shop. So a lot of interesting candies. Now, like the principles, fundamentals of Aikido, because I've learned different principles, and today I've learned new principles. But some principles were already hidden in one of my boxes in my head, and then, oh, that's the one I used to do 30 years ago, but already forgot the feet and stuff. That one. So for me it was interesting to play, and for me today was play with the Aikido principles, and now my jig puzzle of my Aikido, pulling one piece off and then put the new one, and then at home when going home thinking, oh, what shall I do different? What I'll do the same thing. So for me it's now thinking about it, and I think some principle I will use in my Aikido. Because where I train now, there's the teachers I go now, they think that technique is very important, that you have to perform it 100% correctly. So I now can use some of these principles today to improve my Aikido on that part. Yeah. So for me it's form, to how can you better your form, and otherwise how can you display the fundamentals, and what happens to your Aikido, because they always evolve. Doing Aikido for a few years, so it keeps interesting. That is, yeah.
Reminds me, what did Sensei say about form? Do you remember? What did he say about form? It has to be exact and correct. Always exactly and correct. So I will go into some forms tomorrow, and it should be really, so they're right. But he's also about principles, so it's both there. Before I was also principles and form, it's like, yeah. And in a way it comes up, Takumuso Aiki, it's true. But when you do the form, it's not, When I see him do it, it's like, oh, that's why they do it for this long time, and I'm just younger, and don't do it for this long, so I can find it out. But then I'm 80, and maybe I come until 80 years, but they've been doing it for many years, so. Yeah, so if we know the form, it's really helpful for our principles to both so it comes to mind when you talk about form and correct and exact. It's really very important. I think eating is also very important. So hopefully I see a lot of you tonight, and otherwise eat something else. Somewhere it's also good. Who will be tonight at the dinner? So I'm not alone. It's good. Few people. It's great. If you still want to join, just let us know and we'll try to figure it out. If you don't come tomorrow, thank you for being here. It's really great. If you come back tomorrow, then it'll be a little bit cooler, and we do also more form working with these principles. Let's enjoy that. For now, just let us thank each other, because we help each other to grow. I speak a lot, too much, maybe, but together we are doing this. Thank you very much. Arigato. See you soon. Thanks.
We go to the restaurant, we know where it is.